Happy New Year. Let's see what's happening in the joint connection. Okay, we're here to do the joint connection update. Yes, I'm not here with you live, but we're going down the rabbit hole nevertheless prior to New Year's Eve, and we're going to see what is coming up. Now, this can be, for many twin flames, a very tumultuous time. Let's put it that way, depending on where you are in your progress of it. Those of you that I guide, be it you're in the connection, you're in communication, you're not, it's all divinely guided. And I know we hear that and we're like, yeah, everything's divine timing. Okay, let's have some comedy just for a minute. I think we need to give ourselves a bit of a break come Mercury retrograde. So very pivotal, really, in the twin flame path. I think sometimes we need a little bit of comedy to loosen it. And by no means is that, meaning anything insensitive, especially because we're well and truly moving into Mercury retrograde. What can happen during this time? We can have those blasts from the past coming back. We can really be looking at life and needing to be grounded and, wanting to rest. We may be indulging a little bit too much, especially in the element of Capricorn. Definitely check the use by dates, those good old leftovers. You want to make sure that they're not reaching their use by date. Make sure you store your food correctly from a chakra point of view based on astrology. And spiritually, yes, those blasts from the past are coming back. So it's quite funny, what I found in my twin flame path, which we're pulling cards, don't stress, I'm talking, but, sorry. You tend to get to this pivotal space where we move into January and then it's sort of like, well, we're here, but what does it mean? So it's almost like the year doesn't really start till around March, and big things are happening around March. So use February 2023 very wisely. January is going to be quite fast-paced, very action-packed, both Uranus and Taurus and Mercury in Aquarius. I believe Mars is going direct. It's all happening. It's all on like Donkey Kong. So the ruin cast that we have is Mars. Okay, there's all that Aries energy coming through. Big for divine masculine this year. Massive for divine masculine. I think the collective have really been waiting for this energy. And I'm going to be reading these cards intuitively. I actually don't need cards. I'm a psychic medium. So we're using these for entertainment purposes, but I do get channeled messages off them. Whatever my guides are wanting to pull out of the cards, I'm going to be using them more in an oracle sense than a tarot. But this is the deck. And if I feel spiritually guided to, I'll dive into it deeper. So at this point in the game, some of you can feel very depressed. Some of you can feel like, what's the point? It can feel very grounding and anchored in. Some of us are just wanting to get the heck on with it. Let's just be point blank zero. Now, I do feel occult wisdom is going to come through this because the crow, the animal totem, has been coming through for quite a while during 2022. Animal totems that were coming through particularly were larger species as well as birds. Birds were really coming through quite synchronistically. And I do believe I still have one of the totems. Yes, here it is. Here's my friend. And another one came to me the other day. So I know bird totem is very relevant. Owls were coming through to me today, which can be that your sleep energy is going up and down. You're up in your heads, very Mercury in nature. Now, the bird that's linked to this is crow. So, again, Capricorn energy, we're having a rebirth. You can feel that you're needing to regenerate. You can feel that you're craving heavy, chunky food. This relates to crow, wolf, Libra. Now, the nodes will later be moving into the south node in Libra. We're still in the Taurus energy with the north node. Spiritually, there's a lot to do with divine feminine. So I really do feel January is a transformative month for divine feminine. And your 101, your reality sense relating into your twin flame path is going to do a massive 180, okay? And I'm going to dedicate 180 to Google Glimmer on YouTube. She knows why. She can share in the crowd. I'll leave the chat open. Tuesday, red and air. So it is going to be a Mars-orientated energy for a bit during 2023. And as we move into January, I do see there's an old situation within this connection. It's funny that it come up reverse. And my guides were saying to me, in order to have the rebirth, sometimes we need to go backwards to deal with the circumstance to have an old situation corrected so it's better. Now, I do feel this is in your twin flame path. I do feel this is, you already planted the seeds, you've been going through spiritual changes, and there is a reconnection to this. I do feel personally in your life, divine feminines, you're going to be embodying Mars energy in your own personal identity. Initially, it's going to come up on your internal. Okay, so it's going to be passion, can be lust. I feel it's more to do with healthy boundaries. Ambition. What do you want? How do you feel? And believe you me, it's going to change daily. So make sure you check in with yourself, especially in January as we're moving through that. Jump on and grab a reading if you're needing that added support. The calendar will be opening up and you want to get your spot before it fills up because there are limited spaces. This is to do with air. We're going to go into the esoteric and I'll pull cards. Victory, honor, justice, law, balance, self-sacrifice, righteousness. Magical equilibrium, selflessness, spiritual purity. Okay. Have we bitten off more than we can chew? I know in the twin flame path we ask ourselves that all the time. Self-sacrifice, justice, and military honor. We're very ambitious this year. We're going to be very determined to get some sense of balance back in life. We're going to be very fixated on goals. And I do feel from a spiritual point of view, this is going to be a new energy coming through with divine masculines in the mix of the joint connection. Very assertive, especially if they're dealing with a karmic third party. I may, on this occasion, actually pull a card relating to that and also relating to the same on divine feminine side if they do have a karmic. And I'm going to read them. Yeah, I'll read them as they come. They're jumping out. What do we have here? Oh, we may have the connection coming in. Yeah, for some of you, definitely. It can be, you know, I'm looking to the past here. There can be a home and a family related dynamic, definitely Capricorn retrograde. It can be really causing some dramas. I'm seeing this as a strength energy. I'm seeing it as this new chapter. Really maybe feeling a little bit lethargic. Again, there could be a circumstance relating to one twin on one side that has children. There is some old situation that's resurrecting itself. We do have the king coming through. And I do feel this is in the heart center. I do feel divine feminine is going into that reality of, okay, am I in love with this person? Not necessarily do we love maybe some of the transitions, but in the heart sense, away from the ego, going to that purity, trying to find that innocence inside the heart chakra. That can be for some of you very difficult. Some of you could be really missing this person at this point in time. Some of you also can feel, you know, you're wanting a heart-centered energy with an individual that is, you know, a king. A king is a start. You know, getting to an emperor is better. But this person is a master of their own emotions in their right. But I do feel there can be a feeling of even missing the innocence of the connection, even missing the heydays and how things used to be when they were simpler. Reminiscent. Yeah, really reminiscent. I do see moving forward, there is a connection here. And I do feel, considering I'm actually pulling cards for the joint connection, I feel somebody is giving both parties a little bit of healing. And I feel this is happening before the actual communication energy comes in. Because we have the counselor energy here. And this can be almost feeling as though, is it repairable? Is it able to be fixed? What would need to happen for that circumstance to happen? For some of you, I do feel there could particularly be some communication that comes in. This could be a text message. Some of you are going to get this message through in the 5D where they're coming into your dreams and they're, you know, up in your energy. Got a lot of cards coming out today. What's going on here? Okay, there's something in the heart that's healing. I feel divine masculine is realizing they've actually put this did feel that it was going to come through this way. Now, it doesn't mean to say it's going to play out initially right today. Okay, what do I mean by that? I feel this is energy moving into January. I feel this is between New Year's, moving over to January. There is this revelation coming through in divine masculine's life that they have had to make a lot of sacrifices, that in order to get to their goal, to be with divine feminine, to have that more harmony orientated frequency and success, that sacrifices and where they've been placing the energy maybe has been in different realms that aren't as advantageous for them. They also feel that divine feminine is losing faith in this circumstance. And because sacrifice was made, spiritually, they feel somehow that they have been placing their eggs in the wrong basket. I feel there could be some divine feminines that are actually thinking to themselves, if this can't come in a fashion or move forward, that you're actually entertaining a possibility of a different relationship for some of you. It's a thought process. It can be a fleeting thought process, but nevertheless, it is showing up in the cards. Sometimes it can be through a reminiscent energy of maybe nostalgia coming from another individual that was simply in your life. I feel some of you can be considering getting a reading. It can be that you're thinking, what is this contract? Am I a twin? Is it twin flame path? Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm okay if I'm not. Maybe I've been codependent. I feel the depression element of things sometimes does this to us. Perception. You know, it's not being able to see things clearly, feeling disillusioned. Ooh. Bear with me. I'm summing it up. I think there's a worry that something is going back to an old way of being, and that really traumatizes divine feminine. It's not going to work. Not if it is. Not if it is, I tell you. There's a fiery energy. I feel many divine feminines are coming through New Year's, and it's like they already have a reality of what they're moving into in their life, and it's a very firm, assertive, healthy version of divine feminine. And I just keep getting all this red and this orange. It's passionate. It's, you know, changing the hair, changing the makeup. Not a good time to do it till Mercury goes direct. Especially wait for Uranus and Taurus to go direct. Follow the YouTube link and it will take you to the website and you get the astrology free of charge. Spiritually and psychically, I'm saying it's almost like chalk and cheese. Some of you might have had a bit of jealousies coming up relating to the karmic, but I feel it's almost like you're turning that wound into alchemy. And you're, you know, whatever lack of confidence you had, maybe really looking at it and going, okay, clearly I have an issue in one particular department. Maybe I'm ready to address it. Maybe I want to go to my bliss. And I get that it's like aligning. You're realizing the simplicity in life through aligning into your true destiny. Surrounding yourself with people that are really important to you is your key to success. I don't know why I do get a new hairdo. I do get a new vibe. And it's like sometimes it's something as simple as taking a step in that one very little direction. And as soon as you've done it, it's almost like you're embodying that, how that would feel when you attain that dream. I do feel somebody's stalking you on social media. But I definitely see this Phoenix rising, and you're rising above a situation. I do feel you're coming up trumps on top. You intuitively know at a foundation level that you are going to hear from this person. You're just hoping to goodness they're not coming back, you know, for the wrong reasons. So some of you are looking at, you know, I'm hearing the term chivalry. There could particularly be a person that is hanging about, interested in you, For some of you, I don't think you actually know who this person is. They could be a friend of yours, maybe on social media somewhere. I see them at a distance. This can be somebody who has been around for a while and they're wanting to turn this into an opportunity. Look, I don't think it's bad. I do feel sometimes they may get hurt. That's all I can say, because I feel Divine Feminine's going a long way in their goals, in their roles. And I feel the old version of who this individual knew, you're not going to be that in 3 months' time, because I feel spiritually you're shifting to this new level. And where that wound was, it was really holding you down like baggage. I feel you're rising like the phoenix. And I feel because of that, this person might get left behind. You know, they might be out of their element. I feel it's almost like that opportunistic frequency. It's like, you know, well, they snooze, they lose, and this person's trying to come in. And I get this vibe that they're trying to plant these seeds there. This could be wanting to leave clothing behind, wanting to leave some text messages, checking up on you in some shape or form. But you're intuitive. You know this. I think sometimes we need to embody that frequency of having somebody pay us a compliment or maybe going out with a coffee with a friend. But spiritually, I feel you're going through this massive healing and confidence growth, and I do feel you're actually coming through trumps and arriving like Phoenix. I do feel Divine Masculine is maybe hearing through the grapevine, or like I said, looking at you, and they do feel you to be looking quite good. Oh, wow, okay, so you've done something. Oops, I did it again. I feel this person is wanting to get on their horse and come towards you. I feel some of you are going to pick up on it. Some of you may actually miss each other's path. It's like they've done a drive-by. Okay, what is this about, please? They're not happy. They're not happy. They're not happy. They've got the look that they're like, no. Okay, I know I'm a fool. You're not taken. Look at these cards. I mean, seriously, Death card in reverse. They're not giving up. And it literally looks like this guy's going like this. No. Knowledge. No. I know you love me. No. No, you don't. Who is this broad? Can be a guy. Oh, okay. I feel that there's an energy on the other side that's coming through and entering their dream state. This is almost giving them the PDF, you snooze, you lose. Like, buddy, over here. We've got a snooper. We've got somebody in your chair, right? There's somebody coming towards this chair over here with Divine Feminine. Advice for the connection, and we're going to get into it. There's repair here. Somebody's like, I feel from a psychological point of view, sometimes, you know, it's almost like you have this revelation. Okay, I chose this path. I went down this road. I potentially went into a karmic relationship, and it suddenly dawns on you. It's like, especially because there is such a psychic element relating to the connection and unfinished business and healing. It's like you can't lose your twin. I feel because Divine Feminine is really trying to embody the energy. You're doing the anchoring in. Your guides, your oversoul are working with each other. They always do. I see on this side of the fence with Divine Masculine, I do feel they've been dreaming about you. I do feel they've been trying to tap into what's going on. It's almost like this longing, wanting to be there, seeing this future in their mind of what it would look like. And then having a reality check and going, heck, you know, what if this happened to me? How would I feel if Divine Feminine moved on? What if I actually ran out of time? How is that going to feel for me? And I feel it's in their sleeping hour through them going, you know, I've got plenty of time. It'll be okay. I feel this urgency is coming through. And I do feel there is a guide that's coming in. It's something that somebody said, but I feel that it's somebody that's passed over. They're giving them a message and they're saying, listen, no, you don't have as long as you think. This is somebody like, it's like, do you want competition? Because that's what you're going to get. You're going to get competition. So they're kind of like, well, if I could do that and somebody did that to me while I was vulnerable, well, maybe this could happen to Divine Feminine too. Because you actually have to be something. How do I explain it? To spot it, you've got to be it. You get what I'm saying? It's like you can spot a leopard. Why? Generally because you've been one. You've been there. You cross paths sort of thing. You've walked a mile in a person's shoes and you kind of get, well, you know, it would be honorable for that person to move forward because of what I've done. But at the same time, that's not how they're feeling. They're like, no, well, I want to be able to repair that fence and I want to be able to clean up shop. But what have I done to actually show that? Okay. Yeah, this is shadow work. This is facing the karmic. This is a lot. Yeah, I sipped from the wrong cup. I ate the wrong apple. I chose the wrong apple. I invested in the wrong cup. This is a very spiritual connect. It's almost like I do feel Divine Masculine got very caught up in the 3D and that this is what society would think I should be doing and this is just the way it is. I feel they're kind of perplexed because it almost feels psychic attacky. It's like it's really coming up in their grill and they're having a lot of energy that something is changing and that it's very foreign and they're drawn to it, even though they feel like whenever you guys are around each other, something goes down. I'm hearing the term frightened. There's a frightened energy, and I can damn straight tell you I was frightened in my twin flame path. But it's almost like spiritually, it's sort of like a cycle that's evolving and changing, where heaven and earth are meeting, but the earth realm is actually calling them to address it in the 3D. Yeah, they're like, why the heck are we fighting? Again, they've got the same thing. This card just moved over to their side. It's like getting back on the destined path, getting back to where they feel they're meant to be. But they wonder what they know it's futile. You do get to that in this path. You literally do realize I'm stuffed. It's like I'm going to see them one day, or I'll get my life together and suddenly they'll turn up. Let's get 3 cards for the next week and what we can anticipate. What do we need to be aware of? Okay, your blessings are coming back from the past. Some of you are thinking it's not. I'm telling you, big changes. Whatever this is, I feel you're thinking all your blessings are in the past. July. I hope I'm moving into 2023 without a hitch. Now, I don't think any of us can get away with that. Let's just be honest. Life's life. But there is a blessing from the past of seeds you planted that is coming in. I also feel it's so funny because it's like there is this piece that you're working on. I feel both masculine and feminine are integrating in the first week. I feel there's something inside of you. It's almost like the oracle is giving you the download. Look at this feminine, you know, the way she's sitting, very yoga orientated. You know, you can see the serpent energy directly behind. But there's a rebirth in this energy and there is peace that's going to come through it. So could there be this week lots of emotions that come up 100%, especially from a spiritual point of view, ascension, the very 3D element of things. I do feel many people are going to be very, very tired. But you're not going to be alone. It's really strange because I literally took this self card as, me, myself, and I do get that, but it's repairs and different ways we can be. It's sort of like I feel it's saying you're going to be in the connection, but not of the connection. And what do I mean by that? You're going to be that Trinity energy. You're going to be able to embody your own personal divine masculine. You're going to be able to have your own spirituality and your own hopes and goals, but you're also going to be able to have the connection. And I feel you want a very different style of relationship. You do want somebody that you can share your company with and actually emotionally depend on, I would say. It's not necessarily, the finance and stuff like that. It's more spiritually, you want to know that you can depend on this person, that they can be open. I feel there is a major shift going on with Divine Feminine this week. And the serpent rising energy, the chemistry energy particularly, can be coming back. But there could be a little bit of volatility this week. So just bear that in mind and try and keep earthed, because I do feel some of these things can surprise you more than you know. If you do want a personal booking, you can go to the link directly below. I will see you again next week as we're live. It will be a premiere again, and then we're back live the first week of January. Take care, beautifuls. Happy New Year. Keep yourself grounded. Come and join our YouTube membership if you want to chat with us in Discord. We're live in there. We chat to each other and support each other through the season into 2023. See you soon.